Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. In today's video, nobody asked a question. I just feel like while I was reading my notes, just going over a few books that I've read, I like to reread the notes that I take because they often hit me and I'm like, oh yeah, it's good to go over your stuff over and over again because repetition is the mother of skill. So nobody had a question, but I think this is a very important topic for a lot of you out there because as you watch these videos, and as you train, a lot of you are becoming advanced athletes. You are no longer beginner. You are creeping past intermediate. And a lot of you, hopefully, are becoming advanced. So in today's video, I would like to talk about how advanced athletes with a high vertical jump, and by high vertical jump, I mean anybody with over a 35-inch vertical jump. If you have over a 35-inch vert, your vertical jump is high. If you have over a 40-inch vertical jump, your vertical jump is very high. If you have over a 45-inch vertical jump, you are motherfucking elite. Okay, so how advanced athletes can continue to see gains on their vertical jump. And I was actually talking to my buddy Conrad Quinter, which you guys can follow him on Instagram. He puts a lot of good stuff out. Conrad Quinter called me last night and he said, I'm having trouble with my vert, bro. What do I do? And he's an advanced athlete. He's been doing strength training for a long time. Strong guy. Been doing plateaus for a long time. Has a lot of experience with vertical jump training. But he feels like he's hit a plateau, right? So a lot of you may be in this same boat. So what you can do if you are an advanced athlete and you feel like you are hitting plateaus is the first thing that you need to understand is that, as I've said in so many videos, if your vertical jump is not increasing, you are doing one of two things wrong. And at this point, you should be able to name these two things. Go ahead, think about it. I'll give you a second. What are the two things the only two reasons why your vertical jump might not be increasing? You should be able to say it, but I'll tell you if you can't. Number one, you are not stimulating your body in a way that forces adaptation, meaning you're not doing the right shit. Maybe you were doing the right shit and you saw increases in your vert, but then your body got used to that. And if you keep doing the same shit, your body no longer has a reason to adapt because your body's used to that now. The second reason is maybe you are doing the right shit, but you're not allowing for enough recovery in between. Maybe, Conrad, maybe you're playing too much basketball. Maybe you're in that group chat. Hey, we meeting at 7 at LA Fitness. We're going to get some buckets. And you're like, damn, bro, it's supposed to be a rest day. But you know what? Fuck it. I woke up today needing to get some buckets. So, number one, you're not doing the right shit. Number two, you're not allowing enough recovery from you doing the right shit. So, if you are advanced and your vertical jump is not increasing, this is what you need to do. You need to ask yourself, is the training that I am currently doing going to force adaptation? Force adaptation. You need to force your body to adapt. So if you've hit a plateau and your vert is no longer increasing, you're probably not doing the right training anymore. And you need to continually progressive overload. And progressive overload could be going heavier in weight, moving the bar faster, doing different exercises. Progressive overload could be a lot of different things. But you got to progressive overload in the correct way to cause a stimulus that your body is not used to force your body to have to change and adapt to that new stimulus or that progressive overload of doing more. Then you got to allow your body to recover. So this is where, when I was reading my notes, this is where I came across the idea again of mixed versus specific training. And I've talked about this many times, but I have left out one very important factor that I just reread and I think will be important for all of you. So mixed training is, let's say you have a beginner. I have a lot of beginners. I have an 8th grader. This is crazy. Let me just tell you guys something real quick. An 8th grader who now he is in the 9th grade because the school year started. He is 6'4" with size 17 shoes at 14 years old. I look down, I'm like, damn, bro, you got some big-ass boats on your feet. What size shoe you wear? He's like, 17. I'm like, how old are you? 14. Like, bro, you a grown man, bro. You ain't 14. Let me see your birth certificate. But anyways, this kid has never done training before, and he can't dunk. 6'4", super long, the longest limbs I have ever trained. Get that. I've trained a lot of tall guys. I've trained somebody who's 6'7", but this kid has longer limbs, the wingspan, his legs, and it's different when you train somebody like that. He can't dunk, right? He can grab the rim, hang on the rim, but he can't dunk. He's only 14. He's going to grow into his body. I'll get him bouncing. But my point is, with this kid, actually he's super skinny, so maybe he's not the best example, but with him, we are doing a build the base phase, a hypertrophy phase, and he's going to get great gains from this hypertrophy. And I'm adding in some plyometrics in there. So with this kid, what I'm moving him to is mixed training. And eventually all of our workouts are going to have speed training and plyometrics. They're going to have power training. They're going to have strength training, heavier lifts, and they are going to have hypertrophy training. I'm going to move him towards that, and his gains are going to be tremendous. But let's say in 4 years, when he's a senior, and he's been training with me for 4 years, hopefully another school doesn't steal him, because they might, because I coach at a Pittsburgh public school. It's public. The education is not the best. So and I wouldn't be mad. I'm not even mad when other schools steal my players. I'm like, damn, that sucks, but it provides a better future for these players because they're not getting that many looks where we are until we get better, until I help us get on the map. I keep yapping, bro. I'm sorry. You watching this video, I apologize. I really do. I'm the yap star. That's what I am. Not a trap star. I ain't a thug, but I am a yap star. My point is, in 4 years, when he is a senior, we are probably going to be doing specific training. That means we are not going to be doing speed and plyos, power, strength, and hypertrophy all in the same workout. We're probably going to have one specific workout where we focus on strength. Another specific workout, we might focus on power. Another specific workout, it might be all plyometrics. And where I forgot to mention before, what I just reread, and I was like, oh, I should have been mentioning that, is I have in my notes mixed training, which is speed, strength, power, hypertrophy, doesn't provide sufficient stimuli for high-level athletes. So if you are an advanced athlete with a 35-plus inch vert and you're seeing a little bit of plateaus, this is for you. Mixed training doesn't provide sufficient stimuli for high-level athletes. Once an athlete is advanced, the stimulation that it would take from each parameter, speed, power, strength, hypertrophy, would be so great that to overreach, to progressive overload on each of those parameters in the same workout would result in overtraining, or in the same phase would result in overtraining. So my point is that if you are an advanced athlete, you may need to have certain workouts where you focus on one parameter at a time. Okay, you might need to have a day where you just do all plyometrics, or another day where you do all heavy strength work. And this is why mixed training will not work for advanced athletes, because you need the progressive overload. You've been training for a long enough period of time where to progressive overload mixed training, let's say I'm training you and you're an advanced athlete, and I try to put all of these parameters in one workout, and I say, okay, we're going to do our warm-up. Then we're going to try to progressive overload our depth jumps. And to progressive overload our depth jumps, we need to be doing 5 sets of 3 reps, trying to jump as high as you possibly can on our depth jumps. And then we're going to do some single leg hopping or single leg bounding, because we need to progressive overload our single leg bounding and our reactive strength as well. So I need you to do that. And we're going to do 5 sets of 6 reps each leg of our hopping or bounding. So now we're doing depth jumps as high as you possibly can. All of this to progressive overload, to force adaptation, has to be maximum intensity, or else our body's not going to change. So now we did our warm-up, we did depth jumps, we did single leg bounding. Okay. Both of those were maximum intensity. Okay. Now, what I need you to do is I need you to do 5 sets of 3 reps of a power clean. Okay. As heavy as you possibly can. Okay. Great. We're going to do 5 sets of 3 reps of a power clean, heavy as you can. That's going to take a lot out of you. First of all, the depth jumps probably took a lot out of you, but for me, I'm a beast of a trainer, so the volume is going to be probably correct. Well, it is going to be correct, not probably. 5 sets of 3 reps of depth jumps. Then we did our single leg hops, 5 sets of 6 hops each leg. Then we're doing our power cleans, okay, 5 sets of 3 reps, heavy as you possibly can. After these 3 things, after you are trying to go as high as you possibly can, as intense as you possibly can, the power cleans by themselves are going to take a lot out of you, right? So after that, after we're done with power cleans, I say, okay, great. Now we're going to do squats, 5 sets, 5 reps, as heavy as you possibly can. And you're like, cool, I'm a little fatigued from the depth jumps. I'm a little fatigued from the hops. I'm a little fatigued from the power cleans. But we're going to do squats as heavy as we possibly can. And then I'm like, all right, after that, now we're going to do RDLs as heavy as we possibly can. And you're like, damn, I'm a little banged up from the power cleans and the squats, but cool, let's do RDLs too. And then after that, I'm like, well, we gotta do calf raises too. So we're going to do calf raises, 5 sets at 10 reps, as heavy as we possibly can. And you're like, bro, I've been in here for 2.5 hours already because I'm trying to progressive overload on power cleans. I'm telling you guys, if you're trying to hit a PR on power cleans for 5 sets of 3 reps, you might even fail a couple times. That's going to take a lot out of you. Then if you're also trying to do the same thing on squats, that's going to take a lot out of you. And then I throw RDLs in there. You're like, bro, this dude is nuts. He's trying to kill me. Then I throw calf raises. I'm like, bro, I had an appointment, a dentist appointment. I missed it because you still got me training. It's been 3 hours in the gym. Guys, my whole point is, for some of you, that doesn't sound like that bad of a workout. My point is to get enough stimulus from each parameter. You may have to focus in and lock in on one parameter per workout. Now you could probably squeeze in 2. You could probably, and let's just say I add hypertrophy on top of all that. Now you're like, fuck no, I ain't never coming back to this dude. Okay? Because there's a lot of parameters. Let's say we add cardiovascular endurance on top of that too. It's just too much we'll take cardiovascular endurance. So let's say we do speed. We got our plyometrics. We got our power work with our power cleans. We have our strength work with our squats and our RDLs and our calf raises. We could even take out RDLs and calf raises. Then we got our hypertrophy. Okay. It's just too much in one workout. So if you're advanced, you may have to focus on one parameter per workout or 2 parameters per workout. I'm not mad at it if you want to do some max approach jumps and focus on that, and then you want to do heavy squats and progressive overload on that. But this is why mixed training is not going to work for advanced athletes, because to overreach, to progressive overload each one of these parameters, every single workout, you're going to be in the gym for 3 hours. Okay, so you might have to split it up like that. So anyways, I've done a lot of yap in this video. Hopefully you got some value out of this. I don't even know if this video was valuable, but my point is to get past a plateau for advanced lifters. Remember that you have to force adaptation and you have to allow for enough recovery from that adaptation. And to force adaptation, you may have to focus for any specific phase or any specific workout on one parameter at a time. This is why we do a strength phase, then a power phase, and then a speed phase. We can't do a mixed phase and then a mixed phase and then a mixed phase. As an advanced athlete with a 35 plus inch vert, you will not see gains continually from a mixed phase, doing speed, power, strength, hypertrophy in every single workout all the time. It would just be too much for you to progressive overload. Anyways, that's enough yapping for today. Like this video if you like it. Leave your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. Get my programs. I promise you, I will take you to the next level or your money back. Money back guarantee. If I don't get you to the next level, I need a refund. Nathaniel Morton. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.